So I kind of felt like Michelle Pfeiffer a little bit. I was like Little Mob Wives. Like I was like, oh my God. But it was a very glamorous life. It really was. Like coming from a mob family, and my mother was always like teasing the hair, and chewing the gum, and she was really very beautiful. And one day it was a mink stole he would bring home, and and then like a few weeks later he would we would be on food stamps. You know what I mean? That was like the life we lived. But I don't regret 1 minute of it because it was all just so amazing. It was just so amazing. It's true what they say.
All the rumors are true.
All the rumors are true.
What a beautiful space.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, honey.
And you both own this, right? Are you the PR?
No.
Me, I own this one, and me and Donato.
Donato, that's
You gotta meet my partner.
That's
very
your
handsome.
Yes.
Donato. So we have 3 stores.
Got it.
We have Cosmo's Glam Squad. This is like the mothership store that's been here forever. And then we have Cosmo Donato across the street. Been there for like 7 years already. And then we opened up Shoe War. Gosh. Yeah, and that's right there next to Cosmo Donato. That's 2 years old.
The hustle does not stop.
It never ends.
It never ends. You're doing great though.
Yeah, you can't live with celebrity alone.
I'm so proud of you.
You gotta give
I was like, we need to do digital. We need to get some digital
You gotta
stuff
give
going.
you gotta give lap dances in the window.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah.
So this is your spot, your main spot, right?
Yeah, we've been here forever. Yeah, so I had a few stores before this, though.
I know, I've heard all
But
about
then,
it.
it was like the lions and the tigers and the bears. You heard about all that stuff.
We're gonna get into it though.
But this one is sticking, though. Like the 5th one is a charm. You know what I
And
mean?
people coming in here are like celebrities, but also normal people that just want to buy.
Everybody, all walks of life. You know what I mean? The girls going to prom, graduation. People that want to change their image and look better and get more free cocktails. I mean, soda.
Already
and and then we get like a lot of celebrities too. Like we got like
Nicole Kidman,
Nicki Minaj, CeeLo. So I've done all their clothes like privately. There's Nicki on iHeartRadio. Wow. Yeah, we did her costumes when she was like doing Barbie. Like she was really doing Barbie.
Yes.
Yeah, so we did a few things for her. But they have 1,000 stylists.
How do they find you?
Word of mouth. It's just word of mouth, and it's like, and I'll ask them how, I got your number in a nightclub, or, there's a buzz around about, because we're kind of the underground fashion world for many, many, many years.
Yeah.
But now it's being like revealed more and more.
Is it because of your newfound?
That's helping. That's helping a lot. Actually, it's taking it to another level. Yeah. Because last weekend, it was like all these people, Cosmo. And it felt really good because Melrose slowed down a lot. So I'm like, there's so much traffic in here. Like, what's going on? Is there a sale I don't know about? And it was because of the YouTube. And then everybody who came in actually bought something.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what I was worried about, people coming in just wanting to see you and not actually purchasing anything.
Yeah. No, there's that. He's hot. Hung in all the H's.
Yeah.
Hi, Donato.
How's it going?
Hi,
how you doing?
You are handsome. I'm Matt. Nice to meet you. Cosmo told me
The
all
rumors
about
are
you.
true.
I know all about you also because you did the interview for Aesthetes.
Oh yes!
That's
Oh
the
my
first time
gosh!
I saw you.
I'm obsessed. I love her.
Yeah, no, she's amazing. Right?
Thank you. Yeah,
I love that.
She's fantastic. You know Aesthetes.
I really don't know of her.
Yeah.
But now you pointed her out to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's on
fabulous.
RuPaul's Drag Race,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, she's amazing.
I know
Her
RuPaul.
interview was fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So sweet, honestly. Like my grandma, packed me a lunch, put $75 in the bag, put me on the Greyhound bus. He goes, go to Florida for a little while.
To rehab.
To rehab. He goes, go with your twin brother over there. So anyway, it's on Hollywood Boulevard was the Greyhound. So as soon as I see him drive off, and I'm like, Greyhound, a bus driver, let me off.
Yeah.
So when I was going through a lot of drama in here because I was using drugs and trying to handle a store and a boyfriend and a lot, it just hit me really hard about 8 years ago. And I called him in and I said, would you like to be my partner in the clothing stores? I need help. And he goes, I would love to.
That was a smart business move on your part too.
Yeah.
To have someone around you that you know is good for you, and
yeah,
then
somebody you know and you trust and everything. So he came on board, and then we did like a line together, Cosmo and Donato, and then we opened a store together, Cosmo and Donato. Okay. Did you interview Big Frida?
I almost did.
Okay.
It didn't work out timing, but next time, next time I'm in New Orleans,
we
I
love
definitely.
Big Frida.
I love her. Okay.
Well, she's here all the time too.
In LA.
She's my sister.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Oh my gosh,
I
gotta
can
connect
call
me.
you.
Yes,
I will.
yes.
She's doing movies now and everything now.
Well, she's killing it.
Yeah.
Let me make sure.
She's killing it. Are you okay, baby?
Yeah, I feel great.
Okay.
I want to make sure you're perfectly
Trim
framed.
spa, baby. Trim spa.
Move this back a little.
I was at the Madonna concert, and she made us walk for like 2 miles to go park the car. So anyway, I was like, really, Madonna? And it's $80? I mean, come on now. So I got back, I was all out of breath and I was verklempt. But I was also excited because we were going to go walk in the concert now to see Madonna. And I'm like a huge fan. And I forgot I said what I said, and it just went so viral. And then the next day on Twitter, it was like 15 million views. And I'm like, that was my aha moment,
Has Madonna reached out?
No, she hasn't reached out, and I still want my t-shirt from that bitch. Yes.
I'm surprised she hasn't reached out because
She will.
She loves a viral moment. She needs this viral moment.
Yeah.
So you grew up in New York, right?
I grew up in New York, yes, New York City.
I watched your interview, and it was fascinating to hear about you growing up with your dad in the mafia and what that was all like.
Yeah. So I grew up in Harlem, Spanish Harlem, and it was a great place to grow up. They made The Godfather in my grandmother's apartment. Actually, they shot The Godfather, and I remember being a little boy, and they asked my older brother to be in The Godfather. So he was in the, you ever seen The Godfather and the Johnny Pump scene when the water's coming out and Sonny's beating up his brother-in-law and all the kids in the Johnny Pump. So it took 2 weeks to film that scene. So my older brother, I look at it, if you guys watch The Godfather, the biggest kid, like he stand out like a sore thumb, he's under the Johnny Pump, and he was in the movie, yeah. So from then on, like I always took pride in my heritage, being Italian from New York. I always took pride in like the food and coming from Harlem and, growing up there and the culture and, it was Spanish Harlem at the time, so it was like, I took pride in like growing up with the Puerto Ricans, like, and like the food and the gandules and just all of the whole culture of New York, even the fashion. Like in the 60s, like my aunts were going out to the nightclubs, my mother's sisters, and they would just wear like the wigs and like everything I'm doing now, like they literally taught me, how to be like the fashion guru that I am today, and that's what made me sustain Melrose for so many years. Because it's kind of, I know the trend before it trends, and my window already like has it in there, but, and it's very special, it's a gift, and, so anyway, growing up in Harlem was like, that was like, I was very, very proud of that. Yeah.
How old are you when you realized what your dad was doing and what he was involved in?
I kind of always knew it, and I always knew it, but then we got to a certain age when we moved to Queens, and then they were like, my father started driving like a Lincoln Continental, and like very expensive car. And basically, there was like FBI agents in my yard. You ever see Goodfellas? Right, so like you see the FBI agents were like sitting in front of the house. Well, the same thing was happening to us, But my father did work. He had a job. Like he was working in the Bronx, he was working at like this club and that club, and he was a bartender, very successful, made a lot of money, but he was also in on a few things with the mob. So basically, they kind of like, they affiliated him with this big Lufthansa hearse that happened in Queens at LaGuardia Airport. So they wanted to take like all the guys down from the neighborhoods. So that's why I had the FBI agents literally in my yard, Like I would go to school and they would follow us to school, you know?
Why did someone back then join the mob, especially if they had like a legitimate job? What would be the reason as to why your dad got involved?
It's kind of like he was Italian. He hung out with all the guys, all his buddies growing up for the years. So when you're hanging out and you're that close to the clique, it's kind of hard not being involved. You just kind of like grow up that way, you know? You know, like he would play cards in the social club where they all play cards. On Sunday, they would all play stickball, all the mafia guys, you know, and that's it. So they just kind of grew up together. It was kind of like, it was our family. And that's kind of what you did.
Did you think that was going to be your life too as you got older?
You know, part of me hopes it would be my life because I just loved it. You know, there was a lot of like really good perks. Like I love, you know, my father playing stickball, and then also like we were very protected. You know, I grew up screaming gay. You know, so like a big queen from the start. But the kids in school, I went to a really rough school, and they knew I was getting dropped off in these limousines, and they knew who my father was and my brother. So it really like protected me. I was like always protected to get away with being so flamboyant, you know, because they embraced me. You know, my father's like, that's my kid, you know, he's got hands of gold, he's gonna be like a hairdresser, you know what I mean?
Wow.
You know, or like my kid's gonna be on Broadway, he's a dancer. Because basically, you know, when I was young, I remember like they took me in like this little diner place where they all hung out, and I would press J5 and it was Michael Jackson, you know, Stop the Love You Save Me. And then everybody would like, Cosmo dance, and they're like, go Cosmo, go Cosmo, go Cosmo. So meanwhile, I was like the dancer, I was the hairdresser. So I was always came up like, okay, this is fantastic. Like I was very protected.
I love that because I was actually curious about how your father handled your gayness.
Well, in the beginning, it was rough. I gotta say, in the beginning, because I was like a real cocky, like in your face, like I'm gay, like hear me roar, and like they didn't know where I came from. They're like, what the fuck are we gonna do with her, you know? And basically, we would have Bible study, and they were like, oh well, you really can't be gay, you know? And I'm like, well, the truth shall set you free, and that's what the Bible says. So I'm gay. And I'm also leaving this table. Goodbye. You know, and my father's like, what? Like, he loved that I had the balls I do. You know what I mean? And I always, like, you know, I always respected myself. I was always proud to be gay. You know, and I had a lot of friends where they had to hide it from their parents. They were thrown out. They were beat up. You know what I mean? But, you know, I did get that one beating, but I think it was just being a cocky bitch. You know what I mean? So it was about the Barbie dolls, my grandmother buying me Barbie dolls, my father didn't want me to play with Barbie dolls. This is like the first, like, when we bumped heads. So basically, I remember, I have an older brother, and he had like a little problem with it. So anyway, he's in Harlem, and they're playing basketball in Spanish Harlem, you know, my brother's all butch and everything. So then here I come on the basketball court, and I'm like, Tommy! And then I start running, because my aunt used to run very feminine, so I was running feminine, but I didn't think I was doing anything wrong. That's just how I felt. And then he comes home and he goes, Cosmo's running like a girl in front of my friends. He did it on purpose. I'm 5 years old. I'm not doing this on purpose. This is who I am. You know, I would walk around with my house with towels on my head, like, look, Mommy, I have long hair. And I always would wear the heels. Like, literally, I was never in the closet. Like, I had a crush on Donny Osmond. I was going to marry Donny Osmond. You could not tell me I wasn't going to marry Donny Osmond.
Hey, it's not too late.
Yeah, and he's still alive.
Exactly.
Kicking, yeah. Yeah, he's cute, huh? Too, yeah.
I could see it.
Okay, can you hook it up?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay,
yes.
good. You must come to the wedding. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Now yours.
Did you have your...
Purim.
Did you have your...
Oh, Purim, it's like...
Halloween.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Because we've been getting a lot of...
Purim just ended,
Yeah. We've been getting a lot of customers, and they're all going to this. I thought it was a party.
Yeah, there's Purim.
But Purim is a party, right?
Yeah.
Eugenia, when I came in, all frantic.
No.
Nobody supports my cigarettes. She's like, look to them, bitch.
She has that fur coat though. I mean, she's a little fashionista in her soul,
Yeah.
deep in her
Yeah.
soul. You know what I mean? And like, we're all rooting for her.
Totally.
Did you see it?
I've seen a lot of the Rebecca episodes. I think.
Did you see the one with Cosmo?
No, I haven't seen one of the Cosmo.
They brought her in.
Oh, okay.
So we had to do a makeover on Rebecca.
Oh, I love that.
So it was really great, but she was like really cool, like Joan Rivers, like back
She's
to back. We were
fast,
doing
yes.
one-liners, and like first I was getting it. It was pretty cool. It wasn't like really that bad, and then as it progressively went on, then we hugged. Right, we had a moment of clarity that she kind of got, and I'm like, "Would you like this, Rebecca? Like, come to visit me, maybe work in a store like this, doing fashion." And she said she loved it. I said, "Could I get a hug? I'm gonna cry right now." And she gave me a hug. You know what I mean? And we thought we broke through a few times, and we did.
Yeah, we did.
Because all you want is connection when you're out. You just all you want is love, but you're looking for it in a crack pipe. It's not there, right? So anyway, that night she told Mark. She says, I want to go to rehab because I had my sponsor here, my other sponsor, my therapist was here, my hairdresser. You know, it takes an army, you know, to keep you sober and cute. So anyway, she saw all that. And that night she told Mark, I want to go for rehab. So I was like, my job is done. Like, I helped her out. She seen the way she could, like, be working, you know, how the world could be her oyster. And then that night she said, I want to go to rehab. So I was like, okay, fabulous. So I cut to a few days later, I called Mark and I'm like, how is Rebecca in rehab? He goes, are you ready for this? And I'm like, what happened? And the demon came and pulled her out. You know, she sold all her clothes that she bought in here, beautiful things, to the people in the rehab. And then she sat there in front of the whole staff naked. And they call whatever they call the police. She had to leave, you know. And that's the disease of drug addiction, you know. It's so deep, you know. So I'm glad we just made that little, you know, a little drop of hope we gave her. But I think she's in too deep, and she does definitely need like a psychiatric ward, you know, and get those meds. Because she's, you know, got schizophrenia, Lord knows, like she's definitely dual diagnosis, maybe triple diagnosis, you know. So we pray for Rebecca. Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
I do really want to get into your journey with the drugs of everything because, you know, you've had such a 180 with everything, and I would love to talk to you about how did you find yourself doing coke for the first time? Because coke was your drug of choice, right?
Coke is it.
So I guess maybe because you have that glamorous lifestyle, is that kind of how you found yourself
She
getting
wants
involved?
to lead the glamorous life. She don't need a man's touch.
Hey.
But our love, it ain't much.
It ain't much. Is that it? Is that it?
I met my true sister right here, okay? This is Donnie and Maria right here. Yeah, so the cocaine, it just came with the lifestyle. It was normal.
The glamorous mob lifestyle.
The mob, it was glamorous, you know, you know, if you look at the mob stories, you know, the mob really frowned upon cocaine, you know, especially like freebase, you know. But
Freebasing is when it's just pure, right? Pure cocaine.
Freebase is like when you get the powder cocaine and then you cook it up with baking soda and it comes back to like a rock. And then these, like Richard Pryor went on fire. You remember? You ever see JoJo Dancer, the movie? So basically, true story, people go on fire if you don't cook it right. It blows up. It's like oxygen tank and a cigarette.
Terrifying.
Yeah. No, that's what I said at the Madonna concert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah.
I'll put that clip.
Yes! Oh my God. And then who did the cartoon of me?
I haven't seen that yet.
Drunk Drawn. The
So
one that does all the Bravos after
Oh,
Bravo.
yes.
Like the Kathy Hilton.
Everything.
Oh, yeah. So he did a cartoon of me, and my tattoo has a oxygen tank and a cigarette.
Need to see it.
Hilarious, yeah.
So will you take me back to the first moment that you did coke for the first time and how you felt in that moment?
Yeah. So I remember my twin brother taking my father's Continental, the big fucking mafia car, with all his friends, and he's driving around the neighborhood, and then he found cocaine in my house. So they're all doing cocaine, and I'm like, I was playing with Double Dutch, and I was playing, you know, with my neighbors Nancy and Susan, and, you know, I was playing with Barbie dolls and stuff like that. You know, I was like not interested in what those boys were doing. So anyway, we finally go to the park, and my brother takes out this gram of coke, and he's in my father's car. Meanwhile, he was like 14 years old. And all my brother's friends gather around, you know, who are my friends too. Basically, I had two lives. I would play with the girls and play Double Dutch, but then I was also in the gangster gang called the Jets. So it was like I had this dual Yeah, I was always like back and forth. But anyway, so my brother took out the gram of coke, and they're all doing coke and like 14 years old, right? So they're all like, you know, we want to be cool, do coke. So when the cocaine got to me, I went like this.
Oh.
And I'm like, you're not supposed to do coke. It's bad. Like I was that queen, right? That everybody wanted to smack, right? So I was that queen for a minute, okay? No, it's bad. So like, what are you doing? That's like $100. What are you doing over here, Cosmo? What the fuck over here? So cut to, I became worse than them. Yeah. So basically, that was when I was 14. Like I was I was a hairdresser. I was going to beauty school. I was going to school. I was always like really kind of good, and I just was loving the mafia life and the glamorous life and all that. And then a few years later, I'm hanging out, and I'm in the after hours in New York City. Because New York City was always like after hours. Like you would go out Friday, you would definitely come home Monday morning. At the after hours, you don't even know what day it is. And you come out of the afternoon hours and you're all shaken and you see nuns going to work. You're like, where am I? Who am I? I promise you.
I'm excited.
Yes. So basically, I made these kimono.
Ooh.
And I call these Kravitz because they're inspired by Lenny Kravitz.
Very cool.
Who I love and I worship. I think every man should dress like Lenny Kravitz.
He's the chicest.
Yeah. Tight pants, show the cookies all day long.
Yes.
So basically, I just did the floral. So you're going to be actually the first to try this one.
Oh my gosh,
yes,
I'm
yes.
so excited. Okay,
Yes.
let me put my camera down, okay?
So we're going to do that.
Okay.
And
Ta.
they're also they're called the Cosmo cords, by the way. So they're corduroy.
Cool.
So they're also like low-waisted, very rock star.
I love it.
But like a little flare, a little bell bottom.
They are sick.
So these are back in. They actually call them stack jeans now. Stack pants.
Oh my gosh.
But I always call them like hipster, bell bottom. We call these Lenny Kravitz. So basically, let's get your size, which is like a size 29, 30.
This is like a 30, a 30.
We hate her. We hate her.
I'm so excited. I feel so honored. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so what you're going to do is like little makeover.
I'm so excited.
We're going to do like this little exorcism. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Okay. I also have this in black.
Ooh.
So we'll give you the black chic one
I love
that you
it.
could probably wear to the Abbey tonight, and we could go for a cocktail
Right?
and a coffee.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh my god.
This is where it all happens. Yes, folks. Look what we got yesterday.
Oh, that is
This is my
fashion.
friend Francisco Alazar, who just moved here from Brazil.
Oh.
And he goes, I want a store to sell my stuff out of and feature my designs. And he picked us. So this is the headpiece. Maybe you want to try that?
Should
That'll
I?
be fun.
Is that like a real
Let's
moment?
go full on Carol Burnett.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
Woo! Oh my god.
Let's go like full on Bob Mackie.
Oh my god.
And of course your sample size, so it's perfect.
You think I am? Okay.
Oh yes.
Okay. I feel skinny these days. So
I would,
okay.
I would buy. There's like a little baby headpiece
Oh my god, it's so cute.
for your little puppy. How cute is this? I can't. This is LA creativity. It's like
It really.
I
He,
can't.
and he hand bedazzled each.
he hand sews everything
Francesco
from
Alcazar
scratch.
from scratch.
What size shoe you, my love?
12.
Oh, God bless you.
I know.
If you're proportion, we're in trouble. 800 number right on the dress. 1-800 proportion. Look at this. I mean,
Yeah, that's too
this
much
is
too.
Francisco.
He is too much.
Like this is next level.
This is next
like who
level.
designs like that?
No, I don't.
This is all inspirational. This is
insane.
really
Look at those are lips.
teeth.
I know. I can't.
Did you ever?
This is ridiculous.
Is this ridiculous?
Is it a jacket?
I should have worn this to the fashion show.
You should have.
'Cause
It's
it's like
a
one
two-piece. What is it? Those are
It's a
hip.
shoulder piece.
But those are two-piece.
Oh, there's a jacket.
Wait, are those two?
Wait, is this?
Is
oh,
it the-
these are the hips.
The hips?
Oh
Stop.
my God, Beyonce.
I gotta try it on.
Beyonce's getting jealous right now.
I know.
Where are you, Beyonce? Where are you? Oh my God!
Oh.
Insanity!
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Is this amazing?
Stunning.
Oh
Amazing.
my gosh.
We gotta get the.
Is that everything and more?
Wait, I feel like a celebrity.
Don't you want to go to Ralph's?
Oh my gosh.
Anybody I wanted, and it was really the beginning. Nobody knew it was going to be that addicting, honestly. And that's another story, like where they planted the crack in Harlem. You know, they wanted to get rid of the population. It was like, and so basically, you know, in the beginning it was all fun. It was great until it wasn't fun anymore. You know, until I stopped showing up at work as a hairdresser. Basically, I stopped making appointments. You know, I stopped going to like my cousin's weddings. You know, you like the most important things in your life that you would like never like you would always like show up for, like monumental things like your mother's birthday or whatever, and I wasn't showing up because I was in a hotel somewhere and I couldn't stop.
That's what's scary about drugs is at the beginning, it's fun and you feel alive and social, and then it quickly just takes a turn.
Yeah, I was like a laboratory rat. Like I just kept on spending all my money on drugs, and you know, like, and then I seen a lot of people like lose their houses, and then it started getting like really, really bad. You know, like, yeah.
Did you know it was an issue, or because it was in your family and it was normalized, did it feel like just normal to you?
It felt normal in the beginning, yeah, because we were functional. Mm-hmm. Like we all went to work, you know. But I would get up with this like really bad hangover. Like I would just feel like shit, you know what I mean? And then I was getting like skinnier and skinnier, you know what I mean? Like my bones were showing and everything. And you know, and you know, those days twink wasn't fashionable, okay? Like you had to have a little meat on you, you had to have a little booty, honey. Mm-hmm. So basically, you know, it was just like, yeah, it was normal. It was normal for a long time until it wasn't normal anymore, you know, and then it reared its ugly head. And then my father had a heart attack, you know, and then, you know, my older brother had a heart attack too, you know, but he didn't do drugs. See, my sister Sophia, who's younger than me, she saw us, and she also probably has the addictive gene in her, but she saw the whole family. Like she would be getting up to go to school in the valley, and we'd all still be up. And we're talking about this phone again for 3, you know what I mean? Oh, it's got more numbers now, and you know, and it's like we're still up, okay? And she's like, she knew it wasn't normal, so she didn't do drugs at all, you know? And how did she cope? Because it's like, you know, we got to do the drugs, you know, through the stress or whatever. My poor sister didn't do any drugs. She had nothing to like sedate her. And she's looking at this family, like she loves us so much. You know, we're this Italian family that eats dinner every day at 5 o'clock. And, you know, my mother loved us, but they just did the best they could because they also were addicts as well. So my sister, thank God, she had to go move back to New York, you know, stay with my grandmother and my aunt for a little while because she she saw what was going on and she wasn't having a minute of it. Yeah.
Can we change the battery one
Yeah,
second? Sorry.
yeah. I'm not in control. There's something bigger and better than me that wants something bigger and better than me for me. And I just got that, like my higher power. You got to find something that you believe in. You know, it could be that bracelet. It could be me. It's like I have that God that I grew up with, but it's not a punishing God. You get to pick a God of your choice. It's a whole thing. Like you have to get involved. You got to get into it, girl.
No, I love spirituality.
Yeah.
I love spirituality.
It's amazing.
I believe. I guess I could call it God, but I believe that like there's a spirit in the trees and in the wind and in, you know, that is watching over us and wanting us the best for us.
Yeah,
you know?
but I could not get that. I always got like, you know, okay, basically, you know, you have to be in control of yourself. It's all you. You know, you're going to bring the money in. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. And on my own will, you know, I did accomplish a lot, but it just got so exhausting. You know, because, you know, I was always making material stuff like getting my way. You know, and then until I got willingness to believe in something bigger. You know, believe in something bigger, and then like my life changed. Like I surrendered. I just gave over the wheel.
I was gonna say that was it also willingness to ask for help and to allow help into your life because you've been such a go-getter your whole entire life, figuring things out by yourself, finally to be able to relinquish control and say, I want help.
Yeah, totally. When I made the decision, I made a decision, like, to go to rehab, basically it was like a decision, like, I can't do this anymore, like, I need help, I need help, I never went up, I went to my sponsor, and I remember I was, like, all beat up, and I had a scar on my lip and everything, just a mess, like, not even the makeup could cover, and it's like, I told him, I says, like, I need an exorcism, and I just started crying. I really thought I was possessed by the devil himself, and he goes, I'm gonna help you, and this guy, like, Michael Wazinski, I fucking love you still, Michael. He, like, took me to meetings, and he took me to probation, because, she got in trouble. And then I was also on Cops. You heard about that, right? Yeah, that episode. So all that happened, and he believed in me, like, till I believed in myself, and take me to work and take me to probation, I was lucky to have a sponsor like him, that would do all these beautiful things for me. And then when he goes, right, get a commitment and do this and do that, just do what I do, and you'll see. He goes, I got 12 years. He goes, you'll get 12 years. You got to do what I do. And I just thought, I stood sober. I just did everything he told me to do. I never forget, we were shopping at Stroud's for my new apartment. I was so excited. And my sober apartment. And basically, the sheets got in the bag. I don't know how they got in the bag. Oops. Okay. So we go home, and he's like looking at the receipt. He was also Mother Cabrini, right? Mm-hmm. And he goes, oh, these sheets are not on the receipt. He goes, oh, you thought you deserved a pair of sheets. See, you bitch. I'm like, well, it's all right. They're here. We don't. No, you're gonna go right back to the store. He goes, because you can get fucked up over that. He goes, you'll feel guilty about those sheets one day. It's gonna fucking attack you. He goes, so you know what? It's called preventative, darling. He goes, let's call it preventative. So I had to bring the sheets back to Stroud's, and I had to tell them what happened. They accidentally fell in my purse. Oops. And then, I had to be totally honest, And it was like, day by day, little by little, she started getting better. But the thing is, it's like progress. It's not perfection. Like, you don't have to be perfect. It's progress, Even today, like, I'm battling, like, a little weight problem, the disease really switches around. It goes from food to gambling to sex to smoking cigarettes. So right now, I put a patch on my arm today because my doctor's like, okay, I'll let you slide, Cosmo. I know you love your cigarettes, but you're 60, and basically, I want you to live. So I'm telling you right now, I'm giving you the patch. Tomorrow, you're going to start. And I put the patch on today. So that's another journey. Like, it never ends, but at least I have a solution for it, and I'm not gonna, like, kill myself about it. You know?
And I love that, because I think that we all should always be trying to, be our best selves. And,
right. Melrose, I'm like, I gotta do one for the team. Let me just get in front of the camera.
Oh my gosh.
At any cost, and like, it's like, now you can't get me off the camera.
Oh my gosh, the camera, you're meant to be in front of the camera, even if you don't like it, you're meant. So it's just part of your purpose.
She's my daughter.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm honored.
I feel like Big Ange.
You get that a lot, I'm sure.
I love her. I love when I get her. I really do. I love Big Ange so much, and she like skyrocketed. She got her own show like immediately, and I don't know what happened to Mob Wives. They need to come back, and then I need to be definitely on the cast.
No, I think you should have your own show, but we'll get into that off camera.
We're gonna talk.
Yeah, we're gonna talk.
But if you're feeling,
oh my God, let's do it.
If you're feeling large and in charge, how dare he have a body like this, though? I mean, real. Come on, guys.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait, you're gonna the footage too, right?
Yes,
okay,
of
good.
course.
Okay, good. Oh,
is this
my
everything?
Gosh.
Is this bringing back like I Love Lucy meets Bob Mackie?
Oh my gosh. Wait, okay.
Do you remember that Lucy episode when she went down the stairs?
Oh my gosh.
And the headpiece was too big?
That's it. Okay, this is...
Girls out there, we have size 14. You would need a higher heel, but that's okay.
Oh, it's perfect. It's so springy.
Cha-cha.
so good on you.
Oh, having the time of my life.
Are you ready for
Yes.
for your close up?
Ah.
There you go. Yes!
Oh my god.
The Queen of Coachella is here.
If someone. Oh my gosh.
Incredible.
Oh.
Okay, so you literally have to do like the little walk shape, okay?
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh. You are so. Oh.
So we actually use glasses of Cosmo and they're fabulous.
Really?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Let's guarantee that you're more snatched.
This is Cosmo's trick. Here you go. See?
Oh. Yes. Oh my gosh.
You're giving us body, baby.
Yes.
Body.
Oh.
Go sideways. You're good.
Fashion. Okay, so there you go.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
there you go. The world is your oyster, darling.
Oh.
Fabulous. That's fabulous. Yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. I live it. So from here to like that black store and back.
Oh, okay, okay, I'm ready.
Serve the Melrose cabinet. Get you all the things. Are you ready?
Yes.
Go! Oh, she's serving. Oh, honey. Domino's have a... Yes, yes! Let Melrose know, business. Yes! Why am I turning into Joe Rivers again? Yes!
Oh my gosh, I love you. Amazing.
Did you love it?
I'm like literally in heaven. I will never forget this moment.
Did you have a good time?
Ah, 100%.
You're gonna come back for part 2?
And part 3 and part
Okay,
4.
okay.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
Okay, you are so...
Okay. Okay.
Okay, there you go.
Very careful.
He's like, can I wear this today?
Literally.